While we're talking about potential foreign infiltration, China seems to be doing a pretty good job of it at the moment, particularly when it comes to the US. We told you on Thursday night about the case of two researchers who'd been trying to smuggle a fungus into the United States that they were going to take to the University of Michigan to work on a project. And this was a crop-killing fungus, and you have to ask, why do you need to take a crop-killing fungus from China, particularly when one of these researchers is linked to the CCP, one's been arrested, one is currently on the run. Why do you need to take it from China into the US to do research on it unless, perhaps you were hoping it might get out somewhere a la COVID in Wuhan? I mean, you could just research it in China, wouldn't you, where it was a risk to Chinese crops and not US crops. Well, now they picked up another person, another Chinese national, trying to get into the United States to do research at the University of Michigan after trying to smuggle through biological material. This time they picked up a woman, Shenwan Han, who flew into Detroit just the other day, and on at least 4 occasions she'd been trying to smuggle in roundworms or material relating to roundworms for some reason or another that she says she was going to do research on at the University of Michigan, including between the pages of books, right? So this all has to be declared, and you need permission to bring any of this kind of thing into the United States. But it turns out that people in China, including those with links to the CCP, don't have any regard for these rules for some reason and are trying to get things into the US in books. I mean, I just cannot for the life of me work out why they might be doing this.
It's not suspicious at all. It's also not suspicious at all that they're both at the University of Michigan, both dealing in biological sciences and earth matter, but there's nothing suspicious about this at all. I'm completely joking, of course. But agro-terrorism, which is what this is, attacks on agriculture and the food supply, has been identified as a serious area of weakness for the United States. They have a very centralized agricultural sector. So it's something like 50 meat processing plants process 98% of US beef. Their farmland is largely unguarded and open to the public. And when these diseases actually take root in agriculture, they often can spread very rapidly without being detected. So while we laugh about the mysterious fungus and the worm, this is a very serious threat to the US. Farming is 5.5% of US GDP, 20 million jobs. A successful attack on US farmland would debilitate the food supply, but also the economy and wreak havoc on the country. So it's very concerning, and it is just another front in the multi-dimensional Cold War we're already in with China.
Yeah, well, you mentioned multi-dimensional. This has been going on for some years with Chinese students in the US linked to the Communist Party. In 2020, 2 Chinese students were arrested for filming a naval base in Florida. In 2022, a student from China was sentenced to 8 years jail for trying to steal classified information from a US defence contractor. In 2024, speaking of the University of Michigan, 5 Chinese students from that university indicted by the FBI for filming joint US-Taiwan military exercises. Don't forget we had the spy balloons just drifting over mainland United States when Joe Biden was president. And was it last month that they found transmitters, Chinese transmitters in solar batteries that had been sent to the United States. So this is a very real threat, and little wonder the Trump administration has talked tough on Chinese students. And of course, this isn't about Chinese people, it's about the Chinese Communist Party. But clearly there is a problem with students linked to the Chinese Communist Party in America operating in clandestine